A carbon steel wok hits 230 degrees Celsius. A splash of pork lard instantly smokes, and the air erupts with the sharp, fermented tang of fish sauce colliding with dark, sweet tamarind. This is not just a plate of noodles. This is a masterclass in extreme flavor balancing, forged in fire. The perfect pad thai is a high-wire act of chemistry and heat, where seconds dictate the difference between culinary perfection and a sticky disaster. I am Piper Vance, and today we are breaking down the exact science, history, and temperatures required to conquer Thailand's most iconic dish. Joining me to reveal these secrets are Southeast Asian culinary historian Dr. Saranya Suwan and Bangkok street food veteran Chef Thung Chai Chaisurianan.
Pad Thai is surprisingly young for a national dish. It was engineered in the late 1930s by Prime Minister Plek Pibun Songkram. Thailand, then Siam, was facing a severe rice shortage and an urgent need to build a unified national identity. Pibun Songkram launched a massive governmental campaign promoting rice noodles, specifically sen chan from Chantaburi province, over traditional rice grains. He essentially crowdsourced a recipe that combined Chinese stir-fry techniques with distinctly Thai flavor profiles. Street vendors were given specialized carts and the exact recipe to sell on the streets of Bangkok. Within a decade, this political tool had morphed into a beloved culinary staple, literally wok-frying a new national consciousness into existence through the balance of salty, sweet, and sour.
The soul of Pad Thai lives entirely in the sauce. You must respect the exact ratios. We start by melting exactly 50 grams of dark palm sugar in a saucepan at 160 degrees Celsius until it reaches a deep bubbling caramel. To this, we whisk in 60 milliliters of concentrated tamarind paste and exactly 40 milliliters of premium first-press fish sauce. Do not use cheap substitutes. You simmer this liquid gold for exactly 10 minutes until it heavily coats the back of a spoon. It must punch your palate with intensity. If the sauce is weak, the entire dish dies in the wok. It is an aggressive, beautiful syrup of pure Thai flavor.
That intense sauce is the baseline, but the actual execution relies entirely on heat management, what the Chinese call wok-hei, or the breath of the wok. You cannot cook pad thai in a lukewarm nonstick pan. You need aggressive, searing heat to rapidly dehydrate the soaked rice noodles while simultaneously forcing them to absorb the tamarind palm sugar reduction without turning into mush. The window for success is incredibly narrow. As the sugars hit the intense heat, the Maillard reaction goes into overdrive, creating that signature smoky, caramelized edge. Chef Thung Chai, walk us through the exact choreography once that wok reaches its critical temperature.
Your carbon steel wok must register 230 degrees Celsius. Drop in 2 tablespoons of rendered pork lard. Immediately toss in 100 grams of firm yellow pressed tofu cut into matchsticks, along with 20 grams of dried shrimp and a tablespoon of minced shallots. Sear them aggressively for exactly 45 seconds. Next, drop in 150 grams of sen chan rice noodles, soaked in room temperature water for exactly 1 hour beforehand. Splash 30 milliliters of water down the side of the wok to create instant steam. Toss vigorously for 2 minutes until the noodles soften, then pour in 3 tablespoons of our simmered sauce.
As the noodles absorb that rich tamarind sauce, the dish transforms. But the texture requires a crucial binding agent, which points back to the dish's wartime evolution. During the 1940s, floods and economic hardship, chicken and pork were prohibitively expensive. The protein of choice became eggs, specifically rich, fatty duck eggs. Today, the technique remains identical. You must push the caramelized noodles to one side of the wok, creating a bare spot of hot metal. Crack a duck egg directly onto the steel. You give it exactly 15 seconds to blister and set before scrambling it into the noodles, adding a luxurious, creamy coating that binds the sweet and sour elements together.
Now, the final sequence. Speed is everything. Fold the blistered duck egg through the noodles. Kill the heat completely. The residual temperature of the wok will finish the dish. Immediately add 50 grams of garlic chives cut to 2-inch lengths and 50 grams of crisp raw bean sprouts. Toss everything together for exactly 30 seconds off the heat so the vegetables stay crunchy. Plate it instantly. Garnish with 20 grams of freshly roasted crushed peanuts, a wedge of lime, and half a teaspoon of roasted chili flakes. Squeeze the lime only right before you eat. Perfect pad thai.
A masterpiece of culinary engineering born from 1930s political ambition. Let's recap the 3 non-negotiables for perfect pad thai. First, history dictates the flavor. You need the exact ratio of 50 grams palm sugar, 60 milliliters tamarind paste, and 40 milliliters fish sauce. Second, your wok must hit 230 degrees Celsius to achieve the necessary wok without turning the soaked noodles to mush. Third, finishing off the heat for exactly 30 seconds guarantees your chives and sprouts retain their crucial crunch. Thank you, Dr. Saranya Suwan, for the historical context, and Chef Thangchai Chai Sirianan for the exact mathematics of the wok. Now, get into the kitchen and turn up the heat.